And now let's get to the next weather forecast with meteorologist Tammie Souza in the Hyundai Next Weather Sphere. So Tammie, this thing's heading our way, but are we going to see things as severe as these tornadoes?
No. This will be tamed down, and what we're going to see is very, very late tonight, which actually helps us because it's going to weaken. It won't have all that daytime heating. Nonetheless, we still have to be on guard for some damaging winds, very heavy rain, and maybe a brief spin up. We'll get to that in just a moment, but the threats are, again, the winds and maybe an isolated storm that turns severe. Some intense lightning with any storm as well. Impacts, down branches, power outages out there, could have some late night travel delays, those flights that take off toward midnight. And then we're looking at the timing of this moving in 9 o'clock at the earliest north and west, and then starting to really clear the area by 2, 3 o'clock in the morning as far as the city. But then we're going to see another wave come through in the early morning hours. 50 right now. We have clouds, we have fog, we have our winds out of the east, and that's why it's pushing a marine layer in. So it's sort of settling the atmosphere down a little bit. Feels like 50, so it's not going to be nearly as cold as yesterday. In fact, we're 11 degrees warmer as the same time yesterday here in Philadelphia. Look at you in Millville, 22 degrees warmer, 29 degrees warmer in Atlantic City than yesterday morning. Here's why. We are seeing this surge of warmth. We're going to be 76 for a high today. Look at the 80s and 90s to the south, but look at all those 40s and 50s off to the west of us. We have that frontal boundary right about here, and it's along that frontal boundary we're seeing severe weather firing up right now. Look at all these little boxes. We have tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, we have flood warnings. All of this is going to be leaning in our direction. So it's been a rough night, still continuing through the Tennessee Valley and now moving into the Ohio Valley. Here is the risk for today. Now, we are generally at the northern end of this. The worst of this is, again, back into parts of Arkansas, into Tennessee, into Missouri, into Kentucky. We are way up here at the northern end. That said, we still have to be on guard very late tonight. Level 1 out of 5. That's much of the area, including Philadelphia. North and west, we're talking about Lancaster, a little bit of Berks County, a little bit of Chester County. That's where we have a level 2 out of 5. And that's where we would expect to see the potential, if we have a brief spin up, to happen, even down into Delaware. And this would be very, very weak if it happened at all. Better chance of us all seeing damaging wind gusts, and especially to the north and the west, and maybe some small hail, less than an inch in size across the area. So here we go. Look at this. We're going to be watching at about 11 o'clock in the morning what's going on across the area, perhaps, or 11 o'clock tonight. And then by the time we get into the evening hours, we're going to be watching for, again, some spotty showers heading through. Now let's get into tomorrow morning. Midnight and into tomorrow morning, these individual cells could spell trouble. And you notice how a lot of this heavy stuff moves by to the north. This is 4 o'clock in the morning and just clipping the I-95 corridor. That's when we could possibly see some severe weather as well. Spotty shower to follow, and then clearing out as we head into our Friday. It won't be a pretty day, but we'll clear out. When you saw all those storms moving by to the north, well, that is where we're expecting to see the heavier rainfall, up to an inch or more in some places. Now, we're not done after that. Again, this represents early tomorrow morning, but we have a chance of rain Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and we'll taper off. And Tuesday at this point looks like it'll be dry. So 76 today with clouds out there, spotty shower, storms really fire up for tonight, and that's why we've got them in the forecast. 60 overnight with those storms, 54 in the Lehigh Valley, 58 down the shore. Next weather alert in effect for tonight, not today. 67 tomorrow with showers, 56 on Saturday. What a cool down. 66 Sunday with a shower. Could see a shower early on Monday, and look at the temperature only tops out in the 40s. Only 48 for high on Tuesday.